Howdy ho, boys and girls, Will here. I usually talk about photography, but today I am going to talk about something altogether different. I'm going to be talking about when shit hits the fan and what you should prepare for. I guess they have a name for these folks and they call them preppers. But I'm just going to talk about something that I think that everybody in America should probably think about doing. It's it's going to be my thoughts of what I think should happen. And the first video here is just telling you a little bit about my feelings. I am not talking to Republicans, I'm not talking to Democrats, and I'm not talking to the Tea Party. I'm not talking to the liberals or whatever you want to call it, leftists, rightists, or whatever. I'm just talking for Bill. And so I'm going to probably going to take a couple of videos to cover it because I want to make sure that how I feel is recorded all right. So I'm going to be talking about prepping for when shit hits the fan. And I think that, in my opinion, that necessities in my book are things like tarps, food, water, clothes, weapons, maybe some transportation would be a good idea. So, with that said, I'm going to cover 4 things and then we're going to call it quits on this video, and I'll think about making another one probably tomorrow. So, let's start with tarps. They come in all different sizes. I myself already have 2 or 3 different sizes. Some of them have grommets on them and some of them don't. The ones with grommets can be used for shelters. I suppose the other ones could too if you got innovative enough. So, tarps. You want to have more than one, you want to have more than one size. And that's my opinion. The second thing is water. You have to have water to survive. So, I've been stocking up a case here, a case there. I don't know about where you live and what part of the country you live at, or even if you live in this country, but cases of water are pretty cheap. I think the last case of water I bought was under $2. So, I just buy one here and there, and I bring them home and I stash them away, and my girlfriend and my son, they have their own that they drink out of the cupboard, and I have stuff that I stash away. So, also it comes in gallon bottles. It comes big bottles, 5-gallon bottles, and it's very cheap. So just start stockpiling it, because when shit hits the fan, you don't know if the infrastructure is going to be going down or what's going on. Also, you should probably have some ways of purifying water for when you run out of the water that you stashed away for all these years. And so I have some pills that I use that you can just drop in, because my son and I were in the Boy Scouts for several years while he went through the ranks. So we kind of learned a lot about the outdoors, and you can get pills that you can drop in lake water or river water or whatever, and it gets rid of the bacteria. And they have these really cool ones. I wish I had the cardboard to show you so you could see what it looked like, but I threw the cardboard away. And anyway, it's a 2-part system. One bottle you put in there, it purifies the water. The other one you put in there, and you let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then you drink it, and it's just sweet like it was out of the spring. Or you can also get what they call purification straws, where you can drink the water right out of the lake or the river, and it draws it up through the straw and purifies it before it ever gets into your mouth. And then there's so many systems out there. I mean, just go and research it for yourself. They have all kinds of them. It goes anywhere from $2.95 all the way up to $200. It's pretty expensive. But I myself, I don't make a lot of money. I'm on a retirement already, so I try to make things that are inexpensive. The pillows work great. I have a couple of the straws from when my son was in Boy Scouts, so I think I'm good to go. I'm gonna buy a few more along the way. Let's go on to transportation. Everybody's gonna need, everyone's gonna need a mode of transportation, and so let's think about a car or a truck, pickup truck, a 1-ton, something that you're gonna use all the time, and you're gonna have to make sure that you have plenty of gas cans, and the gas cans have to be full of gas so that you can still maintain when everything drops out of sight, because when shit hits the fan, the wheels on the truck will probably quit rolling. So you'll be having to have a backup of that just in case. Another option you could have would be you could buy like a mountain bike, an 18-speed mountain bike would work. And you could put baskets on them, and that way you could ride into town, pick up, or ride down the road, and pick up something, or maybe you could go into town and get something. You could barter, there's gonna be people in town, you could barter something. So a bicycle would be good. You could have your car, truck, and then you could have a bicycle, and the baskets mounted on the bicycle so you could carry stuff with it. Anyway, that would be super, and bicycles only cost about $70 a good mountain bike, so that's really all you need. Or you could also, if you're into this, you could even have a horse or two, and that way you could ride horses wherever you want to go. They're pretty inexpensive to raise. You just let them out, let them graze on the grass at wherever you're bunkered in at. So that covers transportation as far as I can see. If anybody has any comments or wants to add anything to it, please feel free to do that. I don't have a problem with it. I'll just keep adding it to the list. I'm sure that as time goes on, I'll keep adding things in, and I'll be sharing it with you folks. And hopefully you folks will be sharing it with me. Another thing I want to cover before we go is clothes and shoes. And nobody really thinks about that too much, is they're too busy trying to get their food and their water together, because you have to have food and water to survive. And so what I do is I bring up the clothes and the shoes, and you can make sure that you have enough clothes for you, your family. Make sure you have shoes for them, and not just tennis shoes. Make sure you're going to have shoes that will last through the seasons, depending on where you're at. Some winters are non-existent in some parts of the world in the United States. So clothes and shoes, make sure you have plenty of those. Not too many, but enough to get you through different times of seasons or weather. And make sure that your family is educated in how to layer up and down so that they stay healthy. Okay, so that's all I'm going to really cover for tonight. Is these are kind of basics and kind of get you thinking about what you need to start doing. And a lot of this stuff is very inexpensive. You can just pick it up at garage sales. And I don't know, you can't pick up a horse at a garage sale, but whatever, And look up, do your research, and we'll talk about some more stuff next time I do this. I'd probably try to do one tomorrow or something like that. And I think tomorrow we'll go into some of the weapons that you should probably have, because you're going to have to protect what you have. You're going to know there's going to be some idiots out there that are not going to be prepared. So you're going to have to protect what you have. Serious business when we talk about doing this stuff. And we don't know what's going on in the world right now, so it wouldn't hurt just to be prepared. Okay, until next time, boys and girls, I will see you on the flip flop.